Fucking video games. All I want is a moment to relax, play some classic games that I've never played before, and what do I get? Shitty controls, horrible graphics, glitches up the wazoo, and game over after game over after game fucking over!
I don't believe what I just saw.
I've had it with this horse shit! Why do I even own these shitty fucking games? All of these came out before I was even born. What cock-sucking, ball-busting, shit-farting, dick-dicking lunatic told me about these? I'll tell you. It's the same guy who taught me everything I know.
The Angry Video Game Nerd.
To tell you all the truth, this video is not what its title implies. I feel kind of guilty for anyone who's ever clicked on one of these videos thinking, oh boy, I can't wait to edit like what's his name? But this time I don't need to feel guilty. Because if you ever wanted to learn how to make an Angry Video Game Nerd video, the man himself has already got you covered. This shit right here is where I learned to make videos. Understanding the basic process, knowing what components a completed video is compiled of, it's like my secret operating manual that I just revealed to you guys. I talk too much. Back it up, back it up. What's the average age of my audience again? Like 4.5? I should explain to you Zoomers who the AVGN, or as we called him back in my day, the Angry Nintendo Nerd, really is. That's the guy from the poopy head meme! I'm about to kill a child! The man behind the camera is an independent film producer named James Rolfe, a man of focus, commitment, and sheer fucking will. The Angry Video Game Nerd is only one of the series that James produces under the studio Cinemassacre. He is an inspiration to countless people, including myself. To answer the question that nobody was asking, why did I get into YouTubing? Well, it was because of this guy. His film, Cinemassacre 200, is a motivator like no other, chronicling his pre-nerd filmography and the trials that he had to push through to fulfill his passion. This man was editing short films on 2 VCRs. The reason I started YouTubing is because he showed me that the internet is the greatest platform to have your ideas and passions reach the world. It's something that I wholeheartedly agree with. No matter how annoying it may seem in the moment, we can always push through the bad for the shared love that we all have for film. That's the man behind the curtains, but the curtains themselves deserve some spotlight. Look at that fabric and the color. It pops. The AVGN is one of the web series that pioneered web series. Starting all the way back before YouTube even existed, shows of this bygone era are almost a forgotten treasure. An era where nobody had to worry about monetization or algorithms, or 95% of you guys aren't even subscribed. It would really help me out if you hit subscribe, slap that bell on. Out of all the founding fathers that are still kicking, the AVGN, and I guess the whole Cinemassacre brand in general, are definitely the most finely aged. Not so much like a wine, more like a can of tomato soup that hasn't been opened yet. Compared to the Nostalgia Critic,
Long time.
or Angry Joe,
That was an awesome fucking movie. Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you, critics? I can't believe that you don't think that this is better than Batman vs Superman. It is.
yeah, I'd say the nerd's aged pretty well. With nothing but an upward trend in quality, there's only one obstacle slowing down the nerd: fading nostalgia. The Angry Video Game Nerd built his whole shtick on reviewing crappy games from the past, NES, SNES, and as time goes on, those games are falling to the wayside more and more. The people who grew up with that era of gaming are old now, and the kids who watch YouTube nowadays only know of retro games secondhand. As time passes, the nostalgia wave will creep further and further along. Sadly, it's left the 80s and even the 90s behind. If I had to make a guess at where the wave is flooding right now, I'd say it's right around the Call of Duty era.
As I like to think, in the long history of the world, that there are only a few generations.
Sounds like someone breaking in!
Just a storm, Dick.
Of all the things that impressionable young Quentiam had to learn from that man, God fucking damn it, Why did swearing have to be one of them? I should probably sell all my old games before I get haunted by the ghost of gaming past. Just having it sit there is making me uneasy. Anywho, I gotta get going. I work a day job as a cryptozoologist. Stay safe, stay beautiful, and I'll see you next week. I'm out of here.